Crazy thing here is I thought a lot of these allegations had actually gone away. Stuff about drug abuse and stuff like that, I thought those allegations had actually gone away and things have been straightened out, but obviously not. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 3, episode 5. As I was saying, I thought that we had moved beyond a lot of this stuff with Jocelyn about drug addiction and all of this kind of stuff, and I thought that people weren't even saying that kind of stuff about her anymore, but obviously not. Listen, we start right up at Prima Donna's event, and the pig has just been brought out of the truck. And it's basically on and popping. When I tell you that Prima Donna reads like an old queen, honey, I said, well, wait a minute. She was getting Jocelyn together, you hear me? And she just, like, literally, the whole little stunt was done to embarrass Prima Donna, but it didn't embarrass her at all. The stunt actually turned around and it became a roasting session of Jocelyn, baby. She even told the producer Lauren, she said, you let me know when her next calendar booking is, baby, because I'm definitely going to pull up, because that's how I get down. She's like, I ain't playing no games. And allegedly she likes foreign substances. I said, oh, she was reading Jocelyn for filth. I was like, that little stunt kind of backfired. And then with my favorite line, baby, she said, listen, I'm like Freddy Krueger, bitch. You sleep on me and I'm going to get you. I said, like an old queen, honey. Couldn't have did it better myself. I was like, wow, Jocelyn. So that one kind of backfired. You wanted her attention. You got it. Anyway, moving on. So next thing we see Bobby. I was like, because I had just thought about that before the show came on. I was like, where the heck is Bobby? I said, we ain't seeing no Bobby lights. So where Bobby at? And here goes Bobby. Bobby, Trina, and Joy had actually met up. They were talking about this boot camp that Trina was planning on doing with all her girls that were going to be going on tour with her. She put together this boot camp to get everything together and really talk to them and get them all on, on the right path to being able to do this tour and being able to do it effectively. So that's going down. And, basically her expectation of them. Joy is talking about setting Trick up with somebody to date so he could stop chasing after her. I said, okay. If you say so, if you say that, Joy be all over the place. Joy just extra in general. She's just extra. I like her because she's just crazy. Because if you think you're going to be setting Trick up, honey, and then the thing is, once you set him up and somebody wanting, then what, Joy? Because it ain't all one-sided. But whatever. That's whatever. Another conversation for another time. But this whole saying, I couldn't take my eyes off, Bobby and this paint. So Bobby was painted. He was painted. His face painted. And I didn't like it. I did not like it. It was, the colors or something was dark. He had a blue outfit on, but he had like this dark blue color, just everything. Even the foundation and stuff seemed a little dark for me. And I'm like, Bobby's pretty. And that wasn't coming through. It was like he downplayed what he naturally has going on. Because if you look at Bobby in the opening, he looks pretty. This was dark. It was dark and goth looking. And I was like, I don't know if I didn't like that look. And what'd you do to them lips, Bobby? What did you do to those lips? Don't do it again. Whatever it is you did with those lips, don't do it again. And don't tell me it wasn't no gloss either. Don't do it again. Moving on. Okay, so Trick meets up with Prima Donna, and she's going on telling Trick about the whole Jocelyn thing, and they're discussing it. Because remember, Trick was there. And he was like, I didn't like that. I didn't like how that came across. I didn't care for that. I was like, nor did anybody else. And she started again. And she started reading Jocelyn. She's like, I'm a real rapper. I have a real life. I have kids. I'm a wife for real. And she said, I'm a rehabilitated criminal. And the whole thing is, I'm not going to let you push me. If you push me, I'm going to press you. I was like, I don't know about this, Jocelyn. I don't. I'm having second thoughts about you keep playing with Prima Donna. I don't know. I don't. I guess we're going to see. Eventually, they're going to end up in a scene together. And I just got a feeling it ain't going to end well, but whatever. Also, at that meeting with Trick, Trina, and Joy, I'm sorry, Trina, Joy, and Bobby, Joy talked Trina into giving Nikki a second chance at the tour. Said she felt bad about the stuff she put out there about Trick and all that, and whether or not she had cheated with Briscoe and all of that kind of stuff. So she put in a good word for her, and Trina gave her a second chance. I said, okay, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen, honey. Anyway, next we see Hood Brat with her boyfriend Kenny. He's just a regular dude, just an old regular schmegular dude. Um, he seems to be really into her. And her whole thing is, she is really worried about the future for her niece and her nephew. That's like her big thing. She's really worried about that. She'll be fine. Then we seen Amara and her mama. Now, sometimes Amara's mama get on my nerves because mama be doing a lot. But me and mama is here. We see each other because mama ain't feeling MJ. And she told Amara, you need to go talk to Julian. We are like family. MJ is not a part of that family. You need to go and have a conversation with Julian now. And she's like, and all this with MJ talking for you, he's doing a lot of this. He's not your manager. Julian's your manager. Go have the conversation with your manager and leave MJ out of it. I said, now me and Mama on the same page. We on the same page. And sure enough, Amara goes and talks to Julian, but she takes MJ with her. And it ends up being a whole mess. A whole mess. Because she's sitting there and she ain't speaking as fast as or as stern as MJ wants her to speak and not saying the things that MJ wants her to say, and then he took over. Now it's this battle between him and right back to square one, and then she ended up firing Julian. And they never did talk about the split up of the assets and stuff. So I could pretty much imagine Julian's going to tap the shit out of you. Because he like how you came at him and he let you know he didn't like it. And he knows that Julian knows that MJ is spearheading it. So it's pissing him off. So no, Mar, you're not gonna get no fair shake. You're gonna get the least of what it is that you could possibly get fairly. That's it. I think you screwed yourself. I really did. I was like, and again, I keep looking at MJ and I'm like, I don't know about you. I don't know about you. I think I'm getting this feeling like MJ really wanted Julian out of the way. And what is it you got planned, dude? What you got planned? Something ain't right. Something not right. Something's not right. I might be wrong, but we gonna see because something just don't seem right. Anyway, moving on. Child, Joy goes and tries to set Trick up, and she brings this woman from the church, and the woman don't even look like child. She don't even look like a replacement for Joy. I'm just gonna put it there, and it don't have nothing to do with her size or anything. She just doesn't look like anybody that Trick Daddy would be trying to be hanging out with, and he came in there and he told her from the door, I like the slutty type. And she said, well, I'm not the slutty type. I go to church. He was like, yeah, see, I don't want to meet you. I don't want to know you. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be none of that with you. I ain't got no interest in you at all. And as a matter of fact, you can leave. I was like, wow. As a matter of fact, you can leave because you're in the way. You're getting in the way of me getting the joy. So you could go. I said, oh, okay. And she got to going on telling him about how his greens need some more seasoning. I said, oh girl, you can forget it now. You can forget it now. He ain't want to talk to her no more. He dismissed the shit out of her. I was like, see, sis, tell the people down at the church we say hi. And I was like, and who did her makeup? Everybody don't know how to do dark skin folk makeup, and it was just as crusty. I said, poor baby. They had her looking foolish, real foolish. She looked like the girl from down at the church that didn't know what she was doing and was playing around. It was not a good look. It was bad. Anyway, moving on. We see good old Sukiana and Hood Brat. And they meet up with, is her name Chameleonaire? Just like the boy Chameleonaire rapper? I think it's Chameleonaire. But they vibe. You see them, they look like they should be on a tour together. They really do. And they're all friends and they're all cool. And we found out that Nikki has literally been picking on Hood Brat on social media. And Hood Brat's like, I don't play like that. I will bust her up. And we found out the Sukiana, since she had lost $15,000 worth of bookings because of her not having her phone, she missed the phone calls for the bookings. I said, okay. And she knows for a fact that Nikki has her phone because she's seen her taking it in the surveillance videos from the club. I said, oh. And of course, we're in Miami, so of course they didn't call the police. She didn't call the police. She said she's going to handle her when she see her again. Okay. So after that, we ended up seeing, and Chameleonaire's been actually added to the boot camp and the tour as well. She got a phone call. We remember they were talking, Trina was talking about reaching out for her. So they're all on it, and they just don't know that Nikki's going to be there too at the boot camp. So Prima Donna and Dawn, y'all remember Dawn from Atlanta, who was friends with Jocelyn, and Miami Tip all sit down together. We found out that Dawn is Bonnie Bella's godmother. That doesn't surprise me at all. But her and Jocelyn ain't been speaking. They ain't cool anymore. She said, that's still her goddaughter. She would always be there for her, but she ain't got her mama to do. Honey, look up. Dawn get to tell them the story. First, she called Joseline, honey, the Puerto Rican peasant. I said, none of this is a good look for Jocelyn. Like, everybody is just, they got Jocelyn looking like a whole fool in these Miami streets, but whatever. Jocelyn was supposed to be there to lay some tracks for a day. So Dawn told her, go ahead and stay at my condo that I have in Miami. Jocelyn allegedly stole her purse, so I think it was a Louis Vuitton bag, some phones, and some other stuff from out of the house. And that was like the final straw. They just were done. Again, Prima Donna was saying, yeah, cokish. I was like, oh, wow, I can't believe we're back to this again with Jocelyn. I really did think that all that was behind her. But yeah, listen, this was a bad episode for Jocelyn. She got some ground to make up with this because you ain't looking so good, sis. So that's enough of that. We're going to see that. Hopefully, we'll be seeing Jocelyn in a couple of weeks quickly because she ain't looking good on here. Anyway, so the boot camp. Baby, that boot camp. The boot camp start off from the door. Nikki shows up first. Shows up with the bull crap in the garbage. She come in the door talking smack, still being flippant and smart with Trina and them. I'm doing y'all a favor by being here. No, sis. You're not doing them no favor. She's Trina. And that's Joy. And what was your name again, sweetie? Yeah. Okay. So she coming with the mess. Right after that, Trina and Joy go into the house. Sukiana shows up. And she sits down. And she starts taking off her pumps. Because she got on some heels. And she's like, oh no. And right away, old little thief, she already knows she's guilty. So she like, what, you taking your shoes off? She goes, say, I'll take my shoes off because I have heels on and I just need to take them off. And she starts taking her shoe off, but she got tennis shoes on. So I'm like, why are you taking your shoes off? Whatever. And again, they all out of order. You know, and Sukiana's like, I don't want to fight her. She started talking. See, Sukiana knew to this whole TV thing. She talking to the camera people, the producers, all about her. She's like, listen, I don't want to fight her. I don't want to fight her, but she stole from me. She knows she stole. I want to know why she did it. And I'm really trying not to put my hands on her. I was like, Sukiana, you're not supposed to be talking to them, sis. We're not supposed to see them. Somebody get Sukiana. They ain't taught her everything yet. She don't know this ain't all for play. She like, bitch stole my phone. I lost 15 G's. I got 3 kids. I ain't playing with her, and I'm really trying not to put my hands on her, but I think I just might. You know, I was like, oh. So all this is going on. By this time, Brat shows up. Hood Brat shows up. So Nikki's still talking smack. Well, they done got to the point where now they just decided to go on a jumper, right? They just gonna do her. They just gonna do her, and that's it. And of course, you know, the security ain't letting them get to them. They did get, her and Sukiana got a couple little scrap back and forth, but nothing too much. Sukiana took her purse, where she had left her purse on the table. She took Nikki's purse and threw it in the pool. By this time, Joy and Trina come out because it didn't got loud. Cavillionaire, she shows up. And wait, I said, girl, you are a whole pile of fun, ma'am. She showed up. Now, remember, we're in Miami. And I can tell it was a windy day, but it is still Miami. Why does horse show up with a fur coat on? She had on a fur coat, a net outfit, and a pair of candies. I said, girl, you are a hoot, honey, with that outfit. And everything was bright, honey. The outfit was lime green, honey, neon, honey. I said, ooh, and fuchsia pumps, honey, and a black fur and a head full of blonde hair. I said, girl, you have best to do it, honey. You better come on through, carry it on. I said, oh my. Oh my. It was very interesting. Very, very interesting. I said, boy. And I take that back. She didn't have her blonde hair in. She had black hair. I remember in her first scene that we saw her, she was saying that she paid like 5 G's. Like it was like $5,000 for this blonde wig that she had on. She had a black one on. But just the same, baby. The circus was in town, honey, with that lime green outfit and them pink shoes and that fur coat. I said, da, 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 I like it. I like it all. I said, this is a mess. So the person's floating in the pool. Trina comes out. Trina is pissed. Pissed. She's like, I'm not doing none of it. I'm not doing the boot camp. I'm not doing the tour. I'm not doing none of it. I ain't got none of y'all to do y'all all crazy and uncouth, and I ain't got time for it. You know, sure, her patience is about that long at these days. And then Sukiana start pulling the, it's like coals or is that bark? I don't know what that is that was in them little things. She was picking that up, throwing that mess. I said, girl, that's Sukiana. She was mad. She was mad. She ain't got no coof. It was a mess. And she kept saying that. Nikki was like laughing at them. She's like, look at y'all. Y'all will try to jump me. And that's what Hood Brat was like, girl, I will rip you to shreds by myself. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, I mean, y'all weren't going to tear her up. But she was talking smack to everybody. So, oh, Lord. A mess. That's where we broke out. we'll pick it back up next week. I'm sure it'll pick up right there. And it looks like it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I'm here for it. You know I love these kids in Miami. They are a hot circusy mess, honey. And I'm here for every bit of the big top moments, honey. Yep, sure am.